Hey everybody, this is your boy Matt. Welcome to Business Talks Matter, where we talk and share with you topics related to business, entrepreneurship, strategies and tactics used by entrepreneurs and business thought leaders who are making an impact and a major difference from around the globe. So today I'm delighted to introduce you to Oksana Tashakova, who is the founder and CEO of Wealth Dynamics Unlimited and serial entrepreneur, a regular blogger and columnist for Gulf News, Khaleej Times, and Entrepreneur Middle East. She's also appeared in the reality television show The Entrepreneur and spoken at events such as the Government GOV HR Summit 2013. Also the founder of the Millionaire Summit in Dubai. She's brought in high-profile speakers like Pat Mesiti, David Michaels, Mal Emery, etc. So, Oksana, first of all, I wanted to thank you and appreciate you for holding an event like this, like the Millionaire Summit in Dubai. And personally, it's already been the second day, and I've definitely taken a wealth of knowledge and information that I'm looking forward to implementing in my business and strategies. So so let's get to it. Um, Oksana, could you give us a brief background about when this entrepreneurial journey started for you and basically your humble beginnings?
Well, entrepreneurial journey actually started a long time ago. I think it's actually started in my early 20s when I was setting up and organizing charitable events, raising money for homeless animals, organizing supplies for schools in Fiji. And so, because I figured that going into business without real experience is a mistake. So I've learned from greatest mind from early age, right? Yeah. So, and that's what I'm teaching now as well, that because many people are stuck in action, they barely get in because they feel they don't have experience. So if you start with something small and you develop some skills and understanding, then it's easier for you to do. So I actually started quite early, as I said, with the projects like that. Then I developed, I created my multi-million-dollar real estate company, but it was in parallel to my corporate career, and essentially this entrepreneurial journey hasn't really stopped ever since.
Wow, that's pretty fascinating. So I guess related to that, could you talk about that particular turning point? Because I think you've mentioned how you were living in a corporate lifestyle before, and then you switched over to this entrepreneurial lifestyle. So what was that trigger point, and like why? Why did you decide to shift?
Yes, well, because I had a corporate career, and in parallel I had my real estate business. But then in 2008, we had a global meltdown, right? Crisis. And crisis, and I lost a lot of money then. But then I also felt that even real estate, I was actually making money for money's sake. My heart wasn't in it, and I didn't really feel that motivated. So when I was completely fed up with my career and I lost money in real estate, I said, well, I'm actually making money for money's sake. And then I just said, listen, I really want to pursue my path. I want to do something I'm very passionate about. And to be honest, my journey really it's actually informed my teaching today, because I teach entrepreneurship from inside out, pursuing your passion. Because you see, if you start your own business, what happens is that you actually will face a lot of challenges. And it's not as easy as starting corporate job, because everything is there, tools are given. You have to create everything from scratch. You have to face so many rejections. And so unless you're really passionate about it, you will not be able to persevere.
So is that what you mean by inside out? Because I've heard...
Yes, absolutely, yes. What I mean is that you really need to tap into what is that you are passionate about, what you truly believe in, what are your values, and if you align your values and your passion with what you do, it will bolster your journey. It will help you to persevere through challenging times. Because if you go to business for making money's sake, you will get it, and you will understand that you're not going to make fortune straight away. And then a lot of people go, oh, but I thought that I will just just do what I want, get rid of my terrible boss and wake up anytime, just sit on a dream island with a cocktail.
Right.
Then they realize that that's not a reality. You really need to work. You need to put effort and time and everything. So unless you love what you do, you will not. And then you realize that the money are not coming in like that easy. So that's why that's why we have such a high failure rate in startups, because they realize that that's not that easy, and then they just check it in and go despondent back into employment. So that's why from employee to entrepreneur transformation system I developed, while it teaches how to step by step how to build your business from scratch, but it also addresses this first fundamental step of making sure that you get into right business for you, because otherwise, with challenges and everything, as I said, then you may face quite, disappointment. Yes.
Yeah, extremely. That's very useful. So I guess my third question is, Oksana, the word business has obviously been associated with a man's world, and obviously times have changed now, and there's been a surge of female entrepreneurs starting companies such as yourself. And but do you think that women have an advantage over men in leadership roles in today's society? And if so, why do you think?
Well, to be honest, I think that I don't think it's actually men's world. It's all about, and I spoke about it yesterday on stage if you were there, the importance of the mindset. You see, no one really stops women to succeed. You get opportunities, equal opportunities are given. You just need to deal with your own mindset and own limitation and conditioning that was given, that was given to you from early on, that in which way you should be, a woman, and in which way perhaps, a lot of girls are conditioned to grow up and dream about this, perfect wedding and the night on the white horse. So they really don't put the energy into creating something else. No one really stops them, but somehow, of course, earlier conditioning stops them. The society doesn't stop them. If you go out there, I don't really feel in any way disadvantaged being a woman, and I really don't feel being advantaged. Sometimes maybe it's useful to be a woman, but in the same way as it's useful to be a man, So I really, the only obstacle is own mindset, and I think that's what I encourage when I work with women. Is just you just need, you will create, you will be creating whatever you put your energy. So if you put your energy into marriage and relationship, that's what you're going to create. But if you put your energy into starting a successful business, that's what you'll create as well, and there will be no obstacles, and only your own mindset.
So it really comes down to a person's mindset.
Absolutely.
It's not a belief of whether you're a man or woman.
Not at all. And now I'm in the Middle East for last 7 years, and everyone said that that's a really man's world, and you being a woman, and especially when I travel outside of Middle East, go to US, UK, and it's like, oh my gosh, it must be very difficult for you being a woman starting a business in such a male-dominated society, and women are so subjugated. And I say, not at all, actually. I feel like I am given all opportunities and treated equally and with respect. So
fantastic. So I guess my last question is, most startups, they make the mistake of raising capital from investors at an early stage without having a viable business model. And so what they do is they sacrifice a lot of equity to the investors. And so I guess my question to you is, when do you think is the right time for startups to actually raise that next seed round?
Well, to be honest, maybe I have my own opinion about that, and maybe answer I'm going to give you not going to, and your viewers not going to really like. But I really think that attracting external capital early on in your journey is a big mistake. Why? Because you only have startups. They only have idea. They don't have skills and they don't have experience of growing their own business. So the thing is that all of a sudden they get all this capital, and they're required to scale their business, and they need to have and to be honest, if you transition from small to medium-sized business, it requires completely different set of skills. So if you haven't gone through the stages of growth of your business, doing the hard work, learning, then most of the time, that's why investors require such a huge stake in the company, because they understand the startup only have the idea, they don't have much experience, and the failure rate is quite high, so the risk is quite high for investors. So I really, and then of course first of all, you're missing this very big chunk of your own learning, of going through the pain of growing your own business. This is experience you need to have, and this is evolution. So then a lot of people, a lot of businesses, what they do, they get the capital, then they start growing so fast, and they're not managing their growth, and they fail. So
they just spend it as well.
They spend it because all of a sudden we have all this money. Let's hire staff. We're important. We're growing, but they don't know what needs to be done, so they fail. So I really encourage startups to go through steps, grow organically, don't give away your shares. If you want, involve partners who can contribute with the skills, who will be in it. Maybe they put a little bit of money, but they work with you on it. You evolve, you grow, and then you actually evolve into true entrepreneur by going through the steps of growth.
Awesome. All right, so you heard it, everybody. So thank you for watching this episode of Business Talks Matter. I hope that you found this information useful. I sure did. I know Oksana has been so generous in providing us all this useful, valuable information. So I'll be adding links to Oksana's social media channel in the description box below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with somebody who you think might find this useful.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Well, good luck. All the best. Bye.
Bye.